Hey, I'm Pete from PMG Auto Care. Welcome to the channel. Today's video is all about detailing this brand new Honda Civic Type R. So here is a car I have very much been looking forward to getting my hands on, the all-new Honda Civic Type R. Now, if you're a hot hatch fan, Civic Type R is not going to be any stranger to you. And this all-new model has taken it up another level. It's a lot more exclusive, and we're very lucky that we are getting our hands on this one. We actually have another one booked in too, which is quite impressive given how little a number of these cars are coming to Northern Ireland. Now, the history of the Civic and its performance variants goes all the way back to the EF Civic with that iconic VTI. They did that in the EG, and it wasn't until the EK variant that we've seen the EK9 Type R. That wasn't really a mainstream car, although plenty were imported here. It wasn't until we got the EP3 generation that everyone seen the magic of what a Honda Civic Type R was. A high-revving driver's car with a slick 6-speed manual gearbox, excellent handling. They're a very engaging car. And as the generations progressed, turbochargers came into play, which is something that you don't always associate with a Honda, but yet you still get that VTEC and still get that utter driver focus. And well, the Civic now is the leader of the class when it comes to hot hatches if you're a driver. And this new car promises to be absolutely no different. So what's changed? The styling is a lot more subdued than the previous generations of this car. That was something that came in for a little bit of criticism, but it still looks every bit the hot hatch. All those little details, the rear wing, it stands out. It really looks awesome. It's one of those things actually, now that the car is actually here in front of me, I think it's actually even better looking than it is in the photographs. It really does look absolutely bang on. And the interior, wow. I'm a German car fan at heart, and Japanese cars, it's their interior normally is the thing that lets them down for me, but this is a huge step up. It is really, really nice inside. Be sure to drop some detailed shots in towards the end of the video so you can check that out for yourself. So what are we doing with this one? Well, new car prep first of all. It hasn't been touched by the dealership. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that's going to make our life a lot easier. There's some protection film and bits of plastic and stuff still that we need to remove before we get the car to wash. It kind of worries me if this is maybe a new type of protection film or if this has been deformed a little from storage, but I don't think it's going to be just all that straightforward to remove. But we'll get all that off, do our decon wash. There's going to be loads of fallout on this. New car always has. And then we'll get it in, and hopefully there's not any damage to deal with. But first things first, out to the wash bay. Let's hope it's straightforward.
Lying awake with the sound of an emptiness you left behind. Trying to sleep, but the silence is haunting you every night. I can tend to feel this way. My body's weeping now over your name. Didn't want to say goodbye to you, but you're gone. Oh, I wish the sun Why won't they go away? Don't you feel it? With my heart. Why won't they go? Always the sun.
Wash process was everything I expected it to be. There was plenty of iron fallout on the car, which is really common given how new cars are transported and shipped and whatnot. And it's not or a contaminant, I should say, that dealerships tend to take care of. But it wasn't prepped with the dealership, so I was definitely expecting the presence of it. Now, what we have seen, there are some paint defects in this car. I was kind of hoping that it was going to be better than it is, but that's just the nature. The bonnet and the roof, which had that weird protection on it, actually are fine. They're going to be a very, very light polish. I'm still hoping, I know we normally go into a two-step or two-stage polish with everything that we do here, but on a brand new car, we actually try to stay away from that. We do as much polishing as the car needs to improve its finish, take out any delivery blemishes, but really on a new car, I want to leave as much clear coat as possible on this car. So a one set is what we're going to try and go with. And I'll actually be going in with a fairly soft pad, and then we'll just use the variation of the grades of compound to work out how hard or how soft we need to go. Bonnet and roof, I'm expecting to be nothing more than a simple refining process. The sides of the car, there's definitely some defects, and the gloss black parts of the car are actually particularly bad, so we might need to step it up a little bit there. But we'll assess that at each step as we go along, take it on a panel by panel basis and go from there. All in all, this is going to be still a very straightforward process. It's going to be a lot easier than what we would normally be doing when we're doing paint correction on an older vehicle. The goal here is just to make the paint perfect, so we're putting all the protection down in the car and, well, protecting it as a perfect new car right from the get-go. The owner can then enjoy the car, and all he needs to do is some simple washing and it will stay looking this good. Let's get cracking on the machining, and then we can get on with laying down that all-important protection. My hunch was right. It was fairly straightforward. There were a few little bits and pieces on that car that we dealt with as spot repairs. And to do that, I just used the Roots Hybrid with a slightly firmer pad, a slightly firmer polish, and just buzzed out those individual little defects instead of knocking down the whole panel. But all in all, the car looks razor sharp now. It's really improved the finish of the car. Japanese paint tends to not have the greatest finish from the factory, but this has certainly improved it. But now it's the important bit, and it's the bit that if you're getting a new car, it is worth investing the money in, and that's laying down ceramic protection throughout. So this car is getting G-Technics Crystal Serum Ultra Black. That is the best of protection on the paintwork. Wheels are coming off. We're coating those with C5 wheel armour. We're going to be coating the calipers and stuff too. That's just standard fare whenever we're doing a wheel removal for coating on any car. The glass is getting coated, and then we'll protect a few little other bits and pieces, and the interior is getting protection as well. Those awesome but vulnerable red seats are going to get some G-Technics Smart Fabric. This is going to be a very straightforward process. I love this bit of it. That's when it's tying the whole job together, and then we get to roll it out and see the finished job. Let's get laying down that protection. So the Type R is all wrapped up. Just one thing left to do, and let's show you guys it finished. That looks great. The owner is going to be mega happy with that. We actually coated his previous car, so he knows the benefits of doing it, particularly when the car's new like this. If you're investing all that money in a new car, and there's no two doubts about it, the new Type R is an expensive car. It's a fair jump up from what the old model was, but it makes sense to protect that. And, well, it also makes it a lot easier to protect it too. With my own vehicles, that's my favourite thing about it. I can just give the car a simple wash here, rinse it down with some filtered water, and it's good to go. I can use it, enjoy it. It looks mega glossy all the time, and I can spend more time behind the wheel enjoying the car. So I know the owner is planning on using this daily, and it's certainly going to make keeping that car looking its best really straightforward and simple. Now, what do you guys think of the new Type R? Be interested to hear your feedback on it. Have you seen any any in the flesh yourself yet? That's the first one we've got the layer eyes on, and I must say it looks way, way better than it looks in photographs, and I actually think it looks really good in photographs. That might be my love of German cars and the fact that it's a bit more grown up looking this time round, and particularly the interior. What a step up there. It really looks mega. We're going to be doing another one of these. Next one up is going to be red. It's getting some paint protection film as well. We're going to be bringing Andy from A+. You've seen him on the channel. We did that collab in the Mini together, and he's going to be coming up and laying down some full frontal PPF and some side skirts and stuff on that. And then we'll be doing the rest of the prep and coating and whatnot. If you've watched this video, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Like the video, it really does help. We're trying to keep this consistent and get out weekly uploads for you guys. This one actually took place of the Subaru video because I'll just spin this round. The Subaru still isn't finished. We are working away at that around other stuff, and well, when it's a job that's as big as doing a full wet sand on the car as what we're doing, I like to let the paint rest a little, but we'll go into all of that when that video finally releases, which is going to be the next one after this. All right, guys, thanks for watching. A little bit shorter than usual. We'll catch you in the next one.